It's Reboot, day 3. Almost forgot my stand here to get me up a little higher so you're not looking up my nose. So it's Red Lentil Chili Day and Fruit Cobbler. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm planning on doing today. So I hope you are too. Or if not, whatever you're doing, I hope it's whole food and wonderful. This morning for breakfast, I had anytime oats, and we've got lots of berries. So I had it with blueberries and blackberries and raspberries. And before that, I had the greens for breakfast. So I had a bag of cruciferous vegetables and I posted it on Instagram. It was a 10-ounce bag, so I added a couple of ounces of my own of kale and riced broccoli, my salad mix from the house salad, because I've got still so much house salad. I don't know. That's just a huge amount of salad. So here we go with the red chili. I have things prepared. So they're all along my counter here. And the first thing is to blend the tomatoes, red bell peppers, garlics, and dates if using. And in my recipe, it doesn't have any dates. So I'm not using any. Let's put the tomatoes in. So I've got the Muir Glen fire roasted diced tomatoes. And then I've got one that's not fire roasted because they were out. But it's the Muir Glen diced. No salt. I shop at Sprouts here. It just opened in April. Can you believe it? Perfect timing. And I used to live in Colorado, and they had a Sprouts there, and that's where Stephen and I found Sprouts. So when we came to Washington, I called Sprouts, and I said, "Are you thinking of putting any stores up in Washington?" And the person there said, "Well, not anytime soon." Oh, hi, Ann. So then come to find out, a couple years later, here they are. And they've got 3 Sprout stores in Washington. So there. So this is a Sprouts tomato paste. 6 ounces. How did you all like your mushroom stroganoff last night? Wasn't that good? And the butterscotch pudding, delicious. What? That was some good meals yesterday. And then I had the leftover stroganoff for lunch today. That was just delicious. Very good. Okay. There's that. And then I've got garlic. A lot of garlic. I love garlic. And this is a lot of chili, so this is probably, well, she says 8 cloves. So it's at least 8 cloves, maybe 10. And then instead of putting in the dry spice, I've got a jalapeno and a half, the whole thing, the seeds, everything. I like it spicy. All right. Oh, let's go ahead and blend this. Better have my tamper for this. And I will mute so you don't have to listen to this. So I'll be right back. Sing a ditty. Right, there you go. there we have it. All blended nicely. I had the stroganoff and the mushroom wild rice for lunch. And Steven, my hubby, he cooked some kabocha squash, so I have a little bit of that too. I don't want to be left out from anything. And then it says just put all remaining ingredients in the Instapot. So she says 8 cups of water, and I have had some broth, so I'm using 8 cups of broth. And I might as well put this in. I'm going to see what I'm doing here. Wait a sec. Got a little lip there. I'm still finishing the kitchen, so there's still some finish work that has to be done, like the borders between the tile floor and the bamboo floor. Hi, Annette. Isn't this fun? I just love it when I have company, but I'm not organized enough to have a notify that I'm going to go online, or I'm going to go online every day at such and such a time. Like today, it's so beautiful out. I want to get this done so I can get out into the yard, get out into the garden. So I got to fertilize my blueberries. And I really need to get some dirt in with the blueberries. And of course, before I do that, I got to weed them, because I got some winter stuff growing there. And then I've got some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to harvest for the steamed Brussels sprout morning. So, and of course, there's just weeding everywhere. I wish there was a way to get the weeds. Hey, if you have any suggestions about easy ways to get lots of weeds weeded out, let me know. And without using poison. I don't want to use anything that'll hurt the birds or anybody, me. I don't want to hurt anybody. Okay. So that's all the tomatoes, and then I got a big onion. Thanks, Annette. Carlene. Hi, Carlene. Okay. So we got that done. Then we got a pound of red lentils. That's going in. I rinsed them really good. What time everybody get up today? I got up at 5 a.m. Of course, I went to bed last night around 7:30 because the night before I'd been up since 2. So I was tired yet last night. This is when you get into your 60s. I suppose any time after menopause, your sleeping nights are a little bit altered. In fact, I think they should do a study on menopausal women, because they're all saying you got to have 8 hours of sleep, but I don't know. 9 a.m. Good for you, Annette. I am a morning person for the most part, so. If Jen was here, she probably had a similar night to me. Jennifer. Okay. Oh, I didn't put my other bottle of broth in. I make my own broth. I just keep all kinds of vegetable ends and parts, and just throw it all into this 8-quart Instant Pot, and a couple of carrots and bay leaves and some ginger, and just cook it up, and I just love it. So easy. Who got up at 6? Carlene. Yeah, you're closer to me. Now, because I didn't put the other spices in, I put in a whole tablespoon of paprika, and this is the oregano, and it's a tablespoon and a half. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to blend the red pepper, but I didn't. Oh, well. It's not that big a deal. I like chewy soup anyway. I like, more like a stew than a soup. Got everything? Oh, and then I didn't have parsley, so I've got cilantro. All right, I'll just give it a little stir. And let's go over all the ingredients. So it's lentils, water, roasted tomatoes, tomato paste, chopped onion, bell pepper, garlic. Oh, apple cider vinegar. That's this cup. So there's 4 tablespoons. I don't know why they don't just say quarter cup. And so then the chili powder, I put in the jalapeno, smoked paprika I've got in, chipotle, and crushed red pepper. I'm assuming that the jalapeno will take the place of all those. So we'll close that up. And then I want to bring over the fruit cobbler. Has anybody made that fruit cobbler? Have any of you guys made this? Look at that. That's blackberries and mango. Well, I guess I better finish this. Okay, so sticking on the top. Seal it. And pressure cook for 10 minutes. It's already on 10. It's sealed. Okay. So, with a lot of these soups, it's okay to cook them ahead of time, and then they just get more and more fragrant or aromatic. Smell up the whole house. So I figure, what the heck. Plus, like I say, I want to get out in the yard, so I don't want to have to come back in and cook later. So, Annette, you haven't made that. Yeah, I've never, this is the fun thing about doing the Reboot is you get a chance to try some of these things. So this is the oats with the seasonings in them. So it's cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom. And then this is the banana that I didn't put it in the blender. I just smashed it in this dish. Let me wash this so that I can really get all of it out, because you don't want to miss out on any banana, right? I don't want it all. I don't usually eat oatmeal for my second breakfast. I usually just have a big salad in the morning. So it's been kind of fun to do something a little different. All right, so mix the oats in really good and cover the fruit with it. And I had frozen blackberries from the garden. Well, from the blackberry bushes. I don't know what you call that, my garden. But we have a line of blackberry bushes separating our yard from the neighbor's yard. So I pick the blackberries every year, any of them that I can get. And then I had some frozen Costco mango. So I brought them out. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to thaw them or not, but they were in big chunks. So I let them sit out, so I could separate them and cut up the mango a little bit. Because if you have Costco mango, you'll see that it's big chunks. So it just says for this oatmeal, it just says, I'm not going to preheat the oven yet because I'm going to cook this just when we sit down to eat so that it comes out nice and warm, because she says here that it's really good right out of the oven. So she just says mix the oats and spices, and then in a blender puree the bananas, and then pour the banana over the oats and mix until it's fully incorporated. So, did you guys have that banana pudding or the butterscotch pudding yesterday? Oh man, it's just bananas and sweet potato. Boy, was that ever good! Usually I just have fresh fruit, so it's good. It's different making them into these desserts. I don't usually eat rolled oats either. I use oat groats. So, but these rolled oats, of course, they're better for recipes. I don't even think I could use oat groats uncooked. That'd be pretty tough. I just don't think they'd soften. So Annette's saying, I thought about you when I was making dinner tonight. The recipe asked for a quarter cup of flour mixed in water as a thickener, I guess. I guess it could be. I omitted it. Yay, and the chowder was still good. I know. Isn't even on Chef AJ today, Dylan was making his, what was it that he was making that he didn't use cashews and he didn't use, he didn't use anything that's right of the red line. And he couldn't believe how good it was. Was it the casserole or the wrap that he was doing that with? I don't remember. I was just listening to it, and I already don't remember. But it is amazing how easy it is to eat this way and how delicious it is. And how once we get off all that crap, it really is a blessing. Okay, I think I've got this pretty well mixed. There's no dry oatmeal. So next I just cover the topping with it. And then I'm just going to cover it with saran wrap and wait until dinner time. I'll stick it in the fridge and then bring it out a little ways before I stick it in the oven. I mean, heck, if the fruit was gonna be frozen, then this will be no problem. If it's a little bit cold from being in the refrigerator. So this dish I got from Costco, and this is the first time I've used it because I just don't bake anymore. But I'm really glad I have it just for this occasion. Even yesterday, I didn't have any dessert glasses to put the pudding in. So I improvised. No big deal. I don't need fancy glasses. But if I got into that kind of a thing, like I'm going to have the first potluck on it. So, for my Kitsap County Podsters, it's going to be next Sunday, a week from Sunday. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we got about 15 people that have RSVP'd. And that's pretty good for a Facebook group because Facebook, people they come from all around. So there's probably more people out of state than there are local to me. But a lot of the people coming are my vegan group that I hang out with anyway. So this is, I just love these kinds of toppings. So be interesting to see how I do as far as, only eating until I'm satisfied. But I would say, I've actually probably been eating less than I usually eat when I'm just eating salad. I can stuff myself with salad. So it's worth experimenting with things. I didn't weigh myself before Reboot because I just weighed before I interviewed with Chef AJ the other day. So figured that was close enough. So there you have it. So I'll put some saran wrap on it and stick it in the fridge. And the lentil soup is cooking. So I can go out and work in the garden and come on back in and everything will be done. Well, stick this in the oven while we're eating, but that's fine. Just have to wash the dishes. Oh, the McRee secret sauce. That's what. Yeah, he made it right of the red line, and he couldn't believe how good it was. Oh, you stopped at the pod. Was it? Did you get too overwhelmed with the house building? You know, COVID really sort of interrupted things because everybody's so afraid of getting sick. So hopefully that'll ease up as time comes on. And also, hey, you know, my healthcare is Kaiser, and I talked to a supervisor about doing some things to help people if they wanted to get off drugs and onto regular, real food. And they don't have any interest. And I just heard today that one of the docs at the Silverdale office is plant-based. So it's creeping in. The timing might not have been great at that moment, but hang in. I'm sure. How long did yours go for, Annette? So I'm pretty sure mine's been going for a year, and pretty much I'm the only one that posts on it. But so, if there's anybody that wants to look at it, actually people are starting to, a year. So it just takes a while people I think are just shy. Carlene says, that looks so good. Think I will try it. And I think I will make the chili too. I love red lentils. Can't wait to see it when it's done. I know. I just love this red lentil chili. It's so good. So I'll post a picture of it, okay, on Instagram. Hi, Audrey. Ooh, 7 a.m. Hey. A couple of early birds on here. So it's really fun having company. But what's Z? Hi, I live in Z. Hi, Tracy. What's Z? What would start with Z? I live in New Zealand. I live in Zimbabwe. I live in Z. Maybe it's a play on words. Well, that's all I was going to do today. You want to see my sprouts, how they're doing? Oh, in Perth. Oh, that would have been so fun. I just loved it there. I had so much fun. Here's my sprouts. See, they're all covered up. I rinsed them this morning. This is, day 2 or day 3? Here they are. They're starting to sprout. Can you see the little sprouts there? Isn't that cool? I just love them. So I'll rinse them again tonight. The company that I just started getting them from, True Leaf, they even said rinse them 3 times a day, but I've been doing it twice a day and they've been fine. So that's what I'm doing. Keep it simple as I can. Sorry, I didn't get to meet you, Tracy Lynn. Do you bicycle? There's so much bicycling in Perth. I mean, it was great. I could just leave my house in Morley and hop on a bike path along the train line, and I go all the way into Perth on a bike path. It was just phenomenal. And I just rode all over that town. There's so many bicycles out. I wish they'd get more of that here in Kitsap County, but I won't hold my breath. But I ride here anyway, especially with the e-bike. You can take an e-bike anywhere. So, all right, you guys. Well, that's it for today. And like I say, any pictures, I'll post them on Instagram, and of course on the pod I will. So have a good evening. Tomorrow will be day 4, and we'll see what we do for day 4. I think it's does anybody remember what it is? Yeah, the Swan River. So Tracy says, yeah, I do bicycle, but not much. There's a lake near me, so right around that and the Swan River. I rode all up and down the Swan River. So does anybody know what tomorrow is? Is tomorrow split pea soup? I think it is. Boy, I love the split pea soup. with sun-dried tomatoes. It's so good. So anyways, whatever it is, I'll be doing it tomorrow, and I'll come on. So, all right. Have a good day, you guys. Thanks for joining me. That was fun. Bye-bye.